أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. And just a quick question. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Brilliant. Now, before I start today's session, I just wanted to find out from next week and the next 2 weeks, there will be no classes for the Medina Arabic, and also there will be no classes for Arabic through the Quran. So there will be no classes for the next 2 weeks for the Christmas holidays. However, I'm contemplating to do the Fadail of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra Salamullah Alayha again and continue from where I left last year. The Fadail of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra from our Sunni brothers' books and how they have tried to manipulate the Fadail of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra. And also, if I get the tawfiq, I will try to then touch upon the concept of inheritance within the Quran. The concept of inheritance that the prophets in the Quran, verses of the Quran which prove that the prophets did inherit from their fathers, and the ayat from the Quran. And even Sunni ulama mentioning in their exegesis, tafsirs, that the Shia perspective as well. So that is something which, if there is an interest, inshallah, I will continue that concept. It's something which is of my personal interest, dealing with this and trying to give you in a more of a academic method and approach, that the references we provided, texts we read from their books, so that you have more of an in-depth knowledge in the concept of wirathat. As you know, the first Khalifa has fabricated the hadith, Nahnu ma'ashar anbiya la nurith ma taraknahu sadaqa, that we, the group of prophets, we do not leave anything except we leave sadaqah. So this hadith will be also discussed as well. So if there is an interest, inshallah, if you just message me, and then inshallah I'll decide accordingly what to do, because it's a very important topic, and this topic has, throughout the history of Shiism and the history of Islam, has converted many people from Sunni to Shia on the concept of the inheritance of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra Salamullah Alayha.
That's excellent idea. Assalamu alaikum, Maulana. That's wonderful, and we all should listen to that, and we should all make time for that class or lecture.
So inshallah, I'll mention the timings and how many sessions I'll do during these 2 weeks, inshallah. I'll continue from now where we left from last week or the week before, and we started the topic of broken plurals. And I have sent you 2 handouts today. One is of the first juz, and inshallah I will try to teach it in a systematic way, that we go through the Quran during these classes as well, so that you are able to gain understanding of the ayat of the Quran. So we did broken plurals, and I sent you a few handouts. Now, first of all, before I start broken plurals, we did the week before, I spoke about the sound masculine plural and the sound feminine plural. So there's sound masculine plural and the sound feminine plural. So there are two types of plurals. The sound masculine plural, it was like, let me show you, and then I'll continue from here. So, for example, the word, let me show you where the words are. Just 1 second. I just want a quick little recap so that everyone understands where we are. Right, can everyone see the screen now? If you can, just say in the chat box, yes, we can, so they know that everyone can see the screen. Okay, brilliant. So now, this is what we did last week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we did mu'allimun. So I mentioned that there is a method of knowing whether it's a sound masculine plural or a sound feminine plural. There are two methods. One is that in the beginning of the actual singular noun, you will have a meme with a dhamma, mu'allimun. And it will have a dhamma tanween at the end. So this will highlight this is a masculine singular plural. And singular. And the plural will be made by, we have mu'allimun, ending with a dhamma tanween. Now the plural will be by adding a waw and a noon. And before the waw, the last letter of the singular, which has a dhamma tanween, will change to a dhamma. So mu'allimun to mu'allimu, and add the waw noon. This become mu'allimuna. This is the sound masculine plural, mu'allimuna, adding waw noon. So whenever the muslimun, muslimuna. And then for the dual, you add the alif and the noon with a kasra. So mu'allimun, the previous letter, which is the meme, will give a fatha, becomes mu'allimani. So mu'allimun, mu'allimani, mu'allimuna. And the first sign, as I said, to know that this is a sound masculine plural, it will begin with a dhamma. Number one. Number two, the sound feminine plural. There are two signs to understand that this is a sound. What plural do you use when there are males and females? So when there are males and females together, we will use the actual masculine plural, like ayat tathir, innama yurid, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, innama yuridullah liyudhhiba ankum ar-rijsa ahlal bayt wa yutahhirakum tathira. So the kum is being used, and even the plurals, the pronouns and nouns will be used in the masculine form if there are individuals amongst the men present there. And for the feminine singular sound feminine plural, so sound feminine singular, it's mu'allimatun. So there's two signs. One is a meme with a dhamma in the beginning and a time marbuta at the end, mu'allimatun. And now we want to make the plural, the sound feminine plural. It's by removing the time marbuta at the end and add an alif and a flat ta. So mu'allimatun, remove the time marbuta, add a alif after the meme, mu'allimatun, mu'allimatun. And when we want to make the dual, referring to two individuals, females, the ta marbuta remains, because the ta marbuta is the sign. Yes, that's correct, Zabudul. For the sound feminine, for the sound masculine, there's only one sign to know that this is a masculine plural, that it does not have a ta marbuta at the end, and it has a dhamma, meme with a dhamma at the beginning. So mu'allimatun has a meme with a dhamma in the beginning, and a ta marbuta at the end. And when we want to make dual, you add the alif and the noon with a kasra at the end. Mu'allimatun, mu'allimatani. So here, these nouns are coming without the alif lam. Mu'allimun, mu'allimatun. So when it comes definite, it will become al-mu'allimu. As you know, that when there's alif lam, the definite article, which means the, you do not have a tanween at the end, because mu'allimun, a tanween at the end, it gives it a meaning of a teacher. But when you say al-mu'allimu, means a particular teacher, the teacher. And the dual remains the same, al-mu'allimani and al-mu'allimuna. Al-mu'allimatu, al-mu'allimatani, two female teachers, al-mu'allimatu. So these are the sound masculine and sound feminine plural. Now I want to move on further. Any questions before I go back to the actual broken plurals? If there's any questions, just say in the chat box and I'll take the question straight away. Right, now in the Quran, there are, and in the Arabic language, there are many different patterns for the broken plurals. And for the sound masculine and the sound feminine, there are fixed patterns. The plural of the sound masculine will end with waw nun, and for the sound feminine plural will end with the alif and a ta. And with regards to the broken plural, and now definition of broken plurals are those nouns whose singular word is broken in its plural. As you know, broken plurals, it gives it away. Broken plural meaning that a singular word does not remain preserved in the plural. So these are some of the words: najmun, a star; nujumun, stars; kitabun, book; kutubun, books; rajulun, a man; rijalun, men; qalamun, pen; aqlamun, pens. So these are the patterns. So fu'ul, najmun, fu'ulun, that is the pattern itself. So for Max, only, okay, please repeat slowly so we can write. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. Okay, fu'ulun is the plural. So this handout you already have. And kitabun, kutubun. So this is the pattern for the plural, fu'ulun. Rajulun is the singular. Rijalun is the pattern for the plural. So there are 12 patterns for broken plurals. There's more than that, but these are the most common ones. Qalamun, aqlamun, pattern of af'alun. Ainun, eye; a'yunun, eyes; a'yunun, eyes. Faqirun, poor; fu'ala'u, fuqara'u. Ghaniyun, rich; aghniya'u, rich. So remember that there are some plurals in the Arabic language which do not receive a tanween, like fuqara'u, aghniya'u. So there is a reason for it. So just remember, there are some plurals in the Arabic language, they do not come with an alif lam, and they still do not receive a tanween. The reason why, because these types of plurals are treated as dip-toes. Dip-toe nouns are those nouns which are prevented from receiving a tanween, regardless of whether they are without alif lam. Then we have shaytanun and shayatinun. No, you got these handouts already in the group. So you've got these handouts already in the group. Then we have manzilatun, building; manazilu, buildings. Baladun is the singular, country; and buldanun. Akhun is brother, and ikhwatun is brothers. Tajirun is trader, and tujarun is traders. This is some examples. And then now what I wanted to do is there a mistake that broken plurals? Yeah, yes, that's the reason. Yeah, so there is a mistake. So for example, fuqara'un, they've actually put a tanween there. There's a mistake there. Yes, there is a mistake. So these patterns which they have wrote here, they're the correct patterns, but what they have done here, over here, they've made the mistake. Fuqara'un, that's a mistake. It should be fuqara'u, and aghniya'un is a mistake. It should be aghniya'u. There's a mistake there. Correct, Zara. Jazakallah. And then also, manzilatun, they've made a mistake here. Fa'alilo. So fa'alilo, there should be a dhamma at the end, not a dhamma tanween. Because like the word masjidun, masajidu, it does not receive a dhamma tanween at the end. It should be one dhamma. It should be manazilo, not manazilun. Baladun, buldanun, akhun, ikhwatun, tajirun, and tujarun. So these are some examples, and some of these plurals, where would you find out these plurals, which pattern it comes on? The best way of knowing which pattern these plurals are coming on, you will need to refer to the dictionary. So I will send you the Handsword Dictionary if you haven't got the Handsword Dictionary, and it will teach you how they will have PL in the actual Handsword Dictionary and tell you the plurals. Now I'm going to give you some more plurals. Now these plurals I'm giving you, now some of these words are coming in the Quran, and that's the reason why I'm giving some more examples of some plurals. And then inshallah I will get you to the handout for the 30th juz of some of the words which are coming, and I'll bring individual student on the mic to tell me which type of plural it is, so that everyone understands and everyone participates in the lesson as well, inshallah. So ummatun is a singular, and umamun is the plural. Kitabun, kutubun, bahrun, biharun, jildun, juludun. This is a word from the Quran. And bihar is a word from the Quran. Kutub is a word in the Quran. Umamun is coming in the Quran, as has been mentioned in the Quran. Sani'un, sunna'un, which is the plural of sani'un. Shay'un, ashya'un, things. Zamanun, azminatun. Sa'ikatun, sawa'iku, ending without a dhamma tanween. Sahifatun, sahahifu, sahahifu, scriptures. Akhun, ikhwanun. So the word akhun has two plurals. One was ikhwatun and the other one is ikhwanun. Fakirun, fuqara'u. Sadiqun, asdiqa'u. And I'll take the questions from the chat box in 2 minutes. Then we have two more. Yatimun, yatama. And finally, abdun. And we have abdun and abidun, servants. Abdun and abid, broken plurals, I think we have to cram. And how many? Yeah, there are many different patterns, but what you need to do is, if you learn some of these examples, you will know that through experience and practice that these are the patterns, and sometimes you'll guess them right. Okay, now I want to move on forward, and you've got these handouts to understand. Now I want to start from these examples, and then I'll go to the surah. First, I will start with Surah Baqarah and then work through them. Right, I'm going to bring each student at a time, one at a time, so that everyone participates. So first student, I'm starting from the bottom. Sister Zahra Rizvi, can you kindly come on the mic, please?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Now, in Surah Al-Hamd, we have Alhamdulillahi Rabbil
Alameen.
Yes. So the singular for Alameen is
Al-Alamu.
Al-Alamu. That's the singular. And Alamu and alamina. So what type of plural does it seem to you? Al-alamina.
A sound plural.
Exactly. Now the next word, adhalu, means gone astray. And the plural of adhalu is the singular, and the plural will be
الضالين.
adhalin, as غير المغضوب, and the last ayah of Surah Al-Hamd, adhalin. Thank you. Sister Zahra Jamal, can you come on the mic kindly?
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So al-muttaqi. So tell me here, what are the signs in the singular to highlight what type of plural it is?
So the meme has a dhamma that
Correct.
indicates that it is a sound plural.
Excellent.
And al-muttaqeen is the sound, this is the singular, and the sound plural would be al-muttaqeen.
And al-muttaqin. Now, do you remember 2 weeks ago I mentioned that the sound masculine plural, it comes in 2 patterns. One is ya noon, and the other one was
Waw noon.
and how would the al-muttaqin will be
Al-muttaqoon.
al-muttaqun, and al-dhalin,
Al-dhallun.
al-dhalun. Excellent. Now I'm going to ask you, Sister Zahra, a favor, which is good. Just give me 1 second. I just need to get the Quran on the screen. Just 1 second. I'll use the this Quran instead. Right. Over here now. Now, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alif Lam Mim. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ وَلَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Now, it's come in it, or in it is guidance for who?
For the muttaqeen.
Now, for muttaqin. Where did you manage to extract the meaning for?
From the li.
Li in the Arabic language means what, Sister Zahra?
For, it's a preposition.
It's a preposition. Excellent. Inshallah, the next lesson we will do preposition. Now, what does a preposition do in the Arabic language?
It gives the noun, which follows it. It gives the noun, makes it into a genitive with a kasra.
Kasra. Now, kasra or a kasra tanween, correct?
Yes.
Now, if we would say it is guidance for a believer, a Muslim, how would it be? The word is Muslimun. If it's Muslimun and li came before it, what would it be then?
Muslimin.
Li Muslimin, correct? Because
Yes.
lam is a preposition and it gives the noun after a kasra. Now, if Muslimun came with alif lam and li came before it, what would it be?
Li muslimi. Lil muslimi.
Lil Muslimin, correct. Now, the plural of Muslimuna, Muslimuna is the plural, sound masculine plural of Muslimun, correct? Muslimuna.
Yes.
Now, if li came before Muslimuna, what will happen?
It will change the waw noon into a ya noon because the ma before it will take a kasra. So it will be lil muslimina.
Excellent. And muttaquna became muttaqina. Why?
Because of the li.
Excellent. Of course, this is probably easy for yourself, a revision for you more than anything else.
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you. Any questions on this so far? What about ibad as in ibad salih? Ibad salihin. I'll explain that in a bit, in a minute. Ibad salihin says para. That's a good question. Right. Next person is Sister Wajda Bukhari. Sister Wajda Bukhari, assalamu alaikum. Sister Wajda Bukhari, can you hear me? Oh, I think she's going to pray Salah, I think. Right, so if she's on Salah, then I will just check who is going to be the next student on the mic. Right. Can I request Sister Tahira?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sister Tahira from Sweden?
Yes.
I wasn't too sure which one Tahira was this. Okay, now over here, Sister Tahira.
Yes.
Ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim. Of course, I'll do this ayah again, but I'm just focusing on the sound masculine, sound feminine, and broken plurals. Wa ulaika humul muflihun. So al-muflihun is coming in the Quran. Now the word al-muflihuna, what type of plural is this?
Jama Muzakkar Salim.
Now is Jama Mudhakkar Salim correct? And what is the sign of Jama Mudhakkar Salim here?
Waw and Noon in the plural. In Marfu case.
It's marfu case where it should yes. So wa ulaika, wa it's and ulaika means what?
Those.
Those, and hum is the plural of huwa. Huwa means he,
Yes.
and hum means they. And those are
the muflihuns.
the successful
Successors. Yeah,
successful individuals.
Yes.
So, and the singular is what?
Muflihun.
No, singular, of muflihuna. Al-muflihuna, the singular is what?
Muflihun.
Muflihun, correct.
Yeah.
Jazakallah, sister. Ahsanti. Right, and I'm going to choose one more question for yourself, and then I'll ask someone else to come. Now, the next word is khata. So I think I would like to go through the verbs as well, but because the rest of the class hasn't done verbs, and that's the reason why I'm not I'm teaching the translation of verbs. Inshallah, I will come back and I'll go through the verb conjugation, the past, present, and imperatives in the next couple of sessions. But at the moment, let me just focus on the actual nouns. The word ala qulubihim. Now, the word qulub, what type of plural is this?
Qalbun qulubun.
Qalbun qulubun. Now, all nouns, when they're coming in a sentence, they start with a dhamma. Correct? Qulubuhum. It should have been qulubuhum. But why is it qulubihim?
Because a harf jar ala.
Ala. So li is a harf jar. It's a preposition. Ala means on.
Yeah.
So khatama, that comes from the word khatim. Khatim means to seal. Khatamallahu. Allah sealed, past tense verb, khatama, 3-letter verb. Ala, on. Ala qulubihim. So him is there.
Yes.
And it's a plural of huwa. Huwa is he, and hum is theirs. And qulub is coming in the plural for qalbun. So khatamallahu ala qulubihim. Allah sealed their hearts. Wa ala
sam'ihim.
And sami'a yasma'u is their hearings.
Yes.
Wa ala sam'ihim. And their
wa ala absarihim. And their tongues? No. Absar. Sight.
Basarun. Yeah, basarun, absarun.
Yeah.
Basarun, absarun. So basarun means eyes or seeing, and absar is the plural. Wa ala absarihim. Jazakallah, sister. Thank you ever so much. Any questions?
No.
Right. I'm going to ask next student, sister Sukaina Ashraf.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sister, I'm going to ask you kindly this one here. It says وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ, and from amongst the people مَنْ يَقُولُ, who are saying آمَنَّا, we believe in Allah, وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, and in the day of judgment, وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ, and they are not
the mu'mins.
They are not the believers. Now here, بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Now بِمُؤْمِنِينَ, can you kindly explain what type of noun is mu'minina?
This is Jama' Mudhakkar Salim.
Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Now, What is the singular of this? So what is the sign of Jama Mudhakkar Salim?
It is the dhamma on the meme and
Yep.
ya noon.
Ya Nun, Ya Nun, and also the other point is really
Ya Nun.
important, and then the kasra on the noon as well.
Yeah. And
That's
if
really
it comes, if there is no harf jar before it, it will be mu'minun.
excellent. And if it was singular, and what would the singular of mu'minina?
Mu'min.
Mu'minun.
Yeah.
And if harf jar, which means ba, like ba or bismillah, bismillah, the meme gets a kasra because of the ba. Now, if it was a singular mu'minun and ba came before it, what will happen?
Be mu'minin.
Be mu'minin. Excellent. And so the original of mu'minun, mu'minina is what? What would be the sound masculine plural without the ya nun? Mu'min,
Mu'minun.
mu'minuna.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you ever so much. Jazakallah Sajjad. Thank you ever so much for that. Then we have the fate of, let's move on. What's the next question being asked? What is Salim? Salim means safe. So Zahra Rizvi, Salim means safe. Mudhakkar means masculine. Can you please? So yeah, Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Jama means plural. Mudhakkar means masculine. Salim means safe. Why is it called safe? Because the singular word in the sound masculine plural is visible in the plural. So that's why it's called Jama Mudhakkar Salim, sound masculine plural. Is that clear, Sister Zahra? Brilliant. Right. Next candidate to come on the mic. Inshallah, I will go through Surah Baqarah and I will try to finish off all of Surah Baqarah with the translation and with everything with yourself. So don't think I'm skipping the translation of the rest of the ayah. I will come on each and every word of this surah. Sister Sadiqa Kanani. Sister Sadiqa Kanani, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Right, Sister, I have a word for yourself. It says, Qalu innama.
They say.
They said,
Surely. Yeah.
We are the reviver. Muslihun are the ones who are doing the rectifying things. So muslihuna, what type of plural is this?
Sound masculine plural.
Sound masculine plural. What would be the singular?
Muslihun.
Muslihun. Excellent. And what would be the sound feminine plural?
Muslihatun.
Muslihatun is singular, correct?
Muslihatuna.
Shirkan, Salim. So muslihatun is sound. Muslihatun is one female, and what would be the plural? Sound feminine plural.
Muslihatuna.
No, muslihatun. Remember?
Sorry, muslihatun. Yeah. Sorry, muslihatun. Yeah.
Muslihatun. Excellent. And for the word, next word I'm going to ask yourself is this one here. It says, where is it gone? This one here. Ala. So ala in the Arabic language is the ajabiyya. Ala innahum humul mufsiduna. Are they surely not the mischief makers? So the word al-mufsiduna, what type of plural is this first?
Again, it's the plural sound masculine.
So just one second. How can we decide hatuna or hatun? Yeah.
I think she's asking about the feminine one.
Yeah. So muslihatun, it's whenever it's Batul, muslihatun is singular, and just add, it's a generic ruling. So if it has a meme dhamma in the beginning and a ta marbuta at the end, it will end with atun, muslihatun. And the harakat of them, I will teach that gradually with you, inshallah. So the word mufsiduna, what would be the singular for this?
Mufsidun.
Mufsidun. And okay, now what would be the one female lady who's a mischief maker?
Only one.
Yes,
It will be Mufsidatun.
Mufsidatun. And what would be the plural?
Mufsidatuna.
No. You know,
Sorry.
alif and ta.
Mufsidatun.
Al-mufsidatu.
So wait, I'm confused. Sorry. So it's singular feminine.
Yes,
It's
singular
mufsidun.
feminine. Al-mufsid.
Mufsidatun.
No. If it's alif lam, then it'd be al-mufsidatu.
Yeah. Al mufsidatu. Yeah. The one. It's one dhamma.
Yep. And the plural of the sound feminine plural would be by removing the ta marbuta, add an alif and ta.
Enter mufsidatan.
Al-mufsidatu.
It's a tongue twister for me. Mufsidatun.
Al-mufsidatu. Because of alif
Yeah,
lam.
mufsidatu because of the al. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you ever so much for that. And thank you, Sister Zahra, for helping me in the actual chat box. Next kind student I would request is Sister Noor Jafar. Sister Noor Jafar, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
Sir, away for many classes, so I don't know whether I'll be able to do or not, but I'll try.
Inshallah. Let's be positive then, inshallah. So this word here now.
Which one?
No, shaitan and shayateen is easy. Yeah, that's shaitan, is plural. That's plural. This word here. Inna wa nahnu, this one here. Mustahzi'una.
Mustahzi'una. Okay.
So
it is, no, we are mustahzi'una. We are the ones, the masculine plural sound. It is not sound.
yes, it's, why is it not sound?
Sorry, it's broken, I think.
No.
Whenever
a noun ends with a waw noon, it's always a sound masculine plural.
Okay, so it's a sound masculine plural.
And what would be the singular for this?
Mustahzun.
Mustahzi'un.
Mustahzi'un.
Yeah, mustahzi'un. And the what would be the female version for this? A female who is making a joke or mockery or amusement of something.
Mustahzatun.
No, mustahzi'atun. Mustahzi'atun.
Okay, there is Hamza.
Mustahzi'atun and
Mustahzi'ati.
mustahzi'atun.
Mustahzi'atun.
Okay. Correct. And what will be the sound feminine plural?
Mustahzi'atun. Correct?
Yes, mustahzi'atun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asante. Thank you ever so much. Now, let me. Okay, I'm going to ask a question for everyone now. Now, how many of the brothers in this class and sisters in this class have done any verb conjugation at all? Because what I want to do now is that, alhamdulillah, I think everyone has had a basic understanding of broken plurals. Broken plurals sound masculine and sound feminine. Now, what I really want to do now is that, for example, I want to do up to 20 verses of the Surah Baqarah with a breakdown of everything in there, and also the verb conjugations of everything, which verb is coming in and everything. And who is, so first of all, has anyone done verb conjugations like past tense, present tense, and imperatives? Has anyone done that?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I have done past tense in some of them.
Okay, that's fine. You've done past tense. Who else has done anything? Those who are with me, I know what you have covered. Anyone else who has not studied with me and have done any other things with other teachers, what have you studied? I just want to have an idea, because what I want to do is that I want to cover all of these verbs conjugation, so that the first 20 ayahs of the Quran, everyone, alhamdulillah, will know the translation and also know the verb conjugation for them. You could come on the mic. Mic's open for everyone.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sister. Yes, sister, from Jeddah.
No, it's Zainab Sharif from Tanzania.
Yes, sister Zainab Sharif. Bismillah.
I have done with Madina Arabic with you.
Yep. Okay,
Present, past, and imperative.
right. Okay, that's fine. Now, what I want everyone to do, I want to request. This is something I want to do, is that I want to cover at least about the minimum of 16 patterns with the class. Yeah, I want to cover 16 patterns with everyone now, because for me to give you an extra understanding, yes, understanding broken plurals and sound you can, but the main thing is understanding the verbs now. I want to now start the next phase, but before I start the next phase, I want everyone to be willing to do this with me. This is going to require everyone to make a partner. So everyone in the class, which is 43 people, I need everyone to if you know someone in the class already, all well and good. If you don't, I'll try to pair you up with someone so that you can practice this with someone else. What I need to do, I need to teach you all of the past, present, imperatives, and these as well. Let me show you what I want to do. Let me show you verbs. So this is what I need to cover. I want to cover all of this so that you have a better understanding. So you don't only understand nouns, you're able to understand verbs as well. So in the Arabic language, now every verb has all of these conjugations. For example, so let me show you here. Fa'ala yaf'ilu. These are patterns. Fa'ala yaf'ilu. Dharaba is the past tense. Yadribu is the present tense. Fa'ala yaf'ulu. Nasara yansuru. These are patterns for all of the verbs, which I'll need to conjugate and help everyone to go through this again. Fa'ala yaf'alu. Mana'a yamna'u. Fa'ila yaf'alu. So here, fa'ala yaf'alu. Mana'a yamna'u. So all of these past tenses, daraba, nasara, mana'a, all are coming with fatha. The next two are coming with a kasra, alima and hasiba. And the present tense, ya'lamu and yasibu. And the final one, fa'ula yaf'ulu, sharufa yashrufu. Fa'ula yaf'ulu. Now, what I will be doing now is that I'll send this handout out and I'll divide the group into two parts, because I know some students have done them with me and some students are completely fresh to verb conjugation. So the class will be divided into two, and there will be two separate sessions. One will be beginners and the others will be intermediate. So that with the intermediate, I can go a bit more faster with them. And then the next thing I need to cover with the intermediate and the advanced class is this. This is the most important thing. If you're able to master this, you'll be able to understand at least about 30 to 40% of the verb conjugations in the Quran. 30 to 40% of the verb conjugation in the Quran, you will be able to understand. Now, in the Arabic language, the verbs, the minimal letters for a verb are 3 letters, like dharaba or kataba. And then in the Arabic language, you will have the verbs changing their meanings for certain meanings or particular meanings itself. So in the Arabic language, now what you have, 3 letters are minimal in the Arabic language, and then you have additional letters added. For example, here, sister, who shall I ask? I'm going to ask a student who is, just one second. Sister Sabira Kanji, can I request your Sister Sabira or Sister Sarah? Sister Sarah, I think she's a newcomer. Let's bring Sister Sarah. Sister Sarah R, would you kindly be able to come on the mic? Sister Sarah? Or Sister Sadiqa Asaria?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Now, Sister Sadiqa, is it Sister Sadiqa?
Yeah.
Brilliant, Sister Sadiqa. Now, over here, it's just a summary at the moment, but inshallah, I will go through this in more detail with everyone. If I'm able to teach this, you will have a better understanding. It's entirely in the control of the students of where you want me to go through. If you want me to put this on hold and go through all of the 120 patterns, if I go through all of the 120 patterns of the Quran, of the verbs in the Quran, you will be able to understand about 60% of the Quran's verb conjugations. 60 to 70%. If I cover, if I do all of them, 80%. So 80% of the verb conjugation of the Quran, you will understand. The meanings, you will need to refer to the dictionary, but 80% of the verb conjugation, you will understand. Now, if everyone is agreeing with me, I will do this. I will then teach you all of the verb conjugation in the Quran so that all of the verbs in the Quran you will understand. Does everyone want me to do this?
Yes.
Yes.
If I have about 30% of the students, that I will gradually go through the different verb conjugation from the Quran, and I'll give you the references from the different verb conjugation within the Quran so that you become familiar with the different verb conjugations. If I have about 30% of people, 40% of people in the class say yes, then I'll do that as a separate part of this course itself. So Sister Sadiqa, sorry, can you kindly come on the mic, please?
Yeah.
Now, here, I'm going to give just a brief summary now. Akrama, let's repeat, akrama, akrama yukrimu. Now, akrama yukrimu, this is a four-letter verb. How is this a four-letter verb, Sister Sadiqa?
Because it has 4 letters.
Yes, and so the akra, which is the how do you make it 4 letters?
The alif.
Yep, alif, kaf, ra, mim, correct. Now, akrama yukrimu is a 4-letter verb, which is in the Arabic language. Whenever a verb comes on this pattern, it gives the meaning of causing. So, for example, karama, the root word is karama. Karama means he became honorable. So karuma is the 3-letter verb, and akrama is the 4-letter verb, which gives the meaning of causing. That akrama, he respected someone. Akrama, he respected someone. Akrama yukrimu. This is a 4-letter verb. Now the next one, Sister Sadiqa, sarrafa. Sister Sadiqa, are you there? Now sarrafa. How many letters do you see here now?
There's 4.
How do you make 4?
So the middle, the ra is double.
Exactly. So sarrafa. Now in Surah Tathir, yusallimu, yutahhiru, yutahhirukum tathira. So tahara, yutahhiru, tathira. That's a 4-letter verb. Tahara, tahara. Correct. Now the next one, dharaba. How many letters are there?
4.
Where is the additional letter here now?
The alif after the dad.
Excellent. So the root word is dharaba, and dharaba. Now the third of, I'll send the handout out on this to give you a basic understanding, and then I'll teach you the verb conjugation for them. Now dharaba means a combat. So any verb which comes in the Quran on this pattern of dharaba, it gives it a meaning of a combat. Now, when you have a combat, is it by yourself or is it with someone?
With someone.
Exactly. So whenever the verb yuqatiluna fi sabilillah, when yudharibuna fi sabilillah, whenever it comes on this pattern, dharaba, a four-letter verb, it gives it a meaning of a mutual correspondence between exchange between two individuals. So this is how, whereas the dharaba, the three-letter verb, means he hit, it gives it mean he hit. It doesn't give mean that both parties exchange blows with each other. Now, next one, tasarrafa.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sheikh.
Yep, go ahead, Sis Noorina.
Is it this is the Arab the way you explain? I thought it was the active participle.
It is active, it is past tense, but the meaning of because this is now additional letters added, dharaba is a root letter, and we add an alif extra. By adding the alif extra, it changes the meaning of a mutual correspondence or exchange between two individuals.
So we can't say striker, that he's striking.
No, he's combating. He is combating, or he hits someone else.
So basically he's hitting, right?
Yes, he is hitting, but this hitting is not on one-sided, it's both sides, it's exchanged from both sides.
So it's still, but we can classify that as active participle or not?
Yes, it is active participle. Yes, it is. But
so the passive participle would be madrub.
dhuriba. It'll be dhuriba.
It wouldn't be madrub.
No, madrub. No, so there's two things.
Sorry, am I?
No. So there's active participle noun and passive participle noun. There are two different. They are nouns. We're talking about verbs here now.
Sorry, beg your pardon. Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, I'll give you an example. A famous muqatil. So, a good example, which everyone is mujahid. Mujahid. Mu, mim, jim, alif, ha, dal. Mujahid.
Passive, yeah.
Yeah, that is active. Mujahid is active. Passive is mujahad.
Okay.
Mujahad. Mujahad is the person who is being fought with.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem. Now, next one is tasarrafa. Sister Sadiqa.
Yeah, there's 5 letters in there.
Now, in Surah Qadr, so how is it 5?
Ta, Sad, the Ra, Shadda, and the Fa.
Exactly. Swad Ra is the 3-letter. The Ra on the Shadda, it's making it 4. And the Ta in the beginning is making it 5. Now, in Surah Qadr, let me show you. Just 1 second. So Surah Qadr. This here, this one, tanazzalu, this tanazzalu, al-malaikatu war-ruh, this tanazzalu is present tense. The past tense is tanazzala. Tanazzala is the past tense, to descend. So like this here, tasarrafa, tanazzala. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the present tense will be yatasarrafa. I will not do I just want to do the past tense. Then the next one is tadharaba. How many letters here now?
5.
5 letters here. Now, the ta and the alif are the 2 additional letters, and it's 5 letters. So this is how the tadharaba is in Surah Asr. It comes in Surah Asr. Let me show you. Watawasaw. So this is, say, wa'amil salihat, watawasaw. Ta, waw, alif, and the swad. That means to do wasiya, to advise, admonish each other. So that's what we know in the translation. It says you admonish each other with haqq itself. So this verb is giving the meaning. Not the word itself, but the verb is the pattern itself is conveying that meaning across so that you can understand what the was so. Right. So this is how, of course, I'm not going to do, and then the last one is istaghfara, it gives the meaning of seeking. Now, what I want to do and explain is that I would send a handout in the group, and in the group, I would send a handout and a Google form just to divide the group into two parts, know which student is on the advanced level and those students who are on the beginner level, intermediate. And then I'll send the handout, and then I want everyone to revise the past. Those who are new, I will send you the past tense, so you practice the past tense, and inshallah, you will have 2 weeks holidays from today. Just see, and I'll send you explanation of them. Practice the past tense, and then once we've come back, I'll practice with past, present, and imperative, and then we'll move on, and I'll show you examples in the ayat of the Quran so that you at least become familiar with the verb conjugations, and then we will work around, inshallah. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
And the advanced class, I'll go through all of the verb conjugations, and everyone, of course, the advanced will go slightly faster than the beginner class, inshallah. And inshallah, you will see the difference, and you will start enjoying your recitation of the Quran, and also your recitation of the Quran. Your recitation of the Quran will become much more quicker and more efficient, and you will be able to finish the Quran one juz at a faster pace as well, because you know the pattern of these verb conjugations, inshallah. Any questions from anyone?
Sorry, when do we resume? I joined late, so I didn't hear.
So inshallah, we will continue this class after 2 weeks.
Which would be what, 6th of Jan? No, that's
Yeah, for the first week of after Ayyam Fatimiyah. Because 6th or 8th is with Ayyam Fatimiyah. So after that, the following week, we'll start. But in the meantime, I will send you a worksheet for you to practice on the past tense, and I'll send you a recording of past tense conjugation, how they work itself.
Jazakallah, thank you.
So that inshallah, at least you start understanding. Any question from anyone else?
Sheikh, is this another class for the beginners, or is this just one class?
There'll be two classes. There'll be 2 classes. I'll keep a separate class for the beginners for verbs, and a separate class for those who are intermediate and advanced.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Because it will not be fair on the beginners to be completely with the advanced class itself. Any other questions from anyone?
Salam, Sheikh. What about those who are in the middle?
Those in the so sister Isma, you can join with the beginners so that you get a good revision with the beginners, so that everyone is with me. So inshallah, everyone, because this is really important. Arabic verb conjugation is 50% of the Arabic language. If you know verb conjugations, you'll be able to understand 50% of the Quran itself from just the verb conjugation itself. The others is the verb, the Arabic grammar. That's 50% as well. So inshallah, we'll work through them together.
Okay.
Any other questions? No? Okay. Inshallah, I hope today's was just a good introduction for the next phase of this Arabic through the Quran, inshallah. Okay.
Sorry, Sheikh, I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I've never seen or met a teacher who is so thorough, and you make it really easy for us to understand. So thank you so much.
Muhtaj, just remember me that I can reach 1,000 students and complete with them, all of them within the next few years, so that at least 1,000 students are prepared. Times about to will multiply amongst our Shia community understanding of the Quran, so which we need to promote as much as we can.
And may Allah reward you.
Yes, sister.
I see that in all our groups, girls